If you're like most parents we see, you've probably tried everything: behavior plans, occupational therapy, dietary changes, essential oils, even calming techniques. But no matter what you try, your child's struggles continue. We see families all the time that are exhausted, frustrated, and overwhelmed. Their child is constantly melting down, they're sensitive to sounds, they're picky about clothing, and they are stuck in a cycle of anxiety and behavior that just doesn't make sense. And you know what? It's not your fault, and it's not theirs either, because what you're seeing goes way deeper than just acting out. Here's something that might shock you. 1 in 6 children in the US have a diagnosed developmental disability, and up to 40% of kids now live with at least one chronic health issue. But here's the bigger truth: most doctors, they're missing the root cause entirely. What if all these issues, behavior, sensory, emotional, even physical health, aren't separate at all, but all signs of one underlying issue, one that actually can be addressed? I want to tell you about our friend Tommy. His story might sound a little too familiar to you. He had an extreme sensory challenge case, only able to wear loose clothes that didn't touch his skin. Seams, tags, shoes, eyeglasses, all of those would trigger these massive meltdowns. He wasn't just being dramatic, his body was literally in survival mode. His nervous system was so overstimulated, it couldn't filter out or regulate those sensations. It's like the brain's volume was stuck on max at all times, and everything felt like an emergency. It's what we often refer to as the perfect storm, a buildup of stress on the nervous system over time that leaves kids like Tommy constantly overwhelmed. But here's the good part. After neurologically focused chiropractic care, his nervous system finally got the chance to calm and coordinate. And you know what? He did this to celebrate. He wore some jeans. And for the first time ever, 10 years old, he said, "I love chiropractic because it fixes the problems." So let's talk a little bit about what's actually going on here. Number one, it's nervous system dysregulation. Your child's tantrums, the meltdowns, the anxiety, they're not bad behavior. They're actually the nervous system trying to wave the red flag. When the autonomic nervous system gets stuck in fight or flight, everything gets affected: sensory input, emotions, sleep, digestion, even immunity. Right now, 7% of kids are diagnosed with anxiety, 9% with ADHD, and 7% with behavior disorders. But the hidden thread in all of this is exactly the same: it's all dysregulation. Number two, the perfect storm creates it. These challenges don't just show up out of nowhere, they begin early, often during pregnancy, birth, and infancy. Prenatal stress, when mom is anxious and overwhelmed, can literally reprogram the baby's nervous system. Then you add in birth trauma, C-sections, forceps, long labors. They're putting physical stress on the spine and brainstem. And then we go into childhood. More stress piles on: processed foods, environmental toxins, poor sleep. Even normal stress adds up for those sensitive nervous systems. And that's the perfect storm. Number three, we have to look at the gut-brain connection. Maybe you've tried diet changes or probiotics, but here's the real kicker. If the nervous system isn't regulating digestion, those changes won't stick. The vagus nerve is the communication superhighway between the brain and the gut. When your child's nervous system is stuck in stress mode, digestion shuts down, enzymes, motility, stomach acid, they all get affected. And that's why it feels like you're literally filling a leaky bucket. Number four is really the most empowering part. We can actually measure all of this. In our office, we use insight scanning technology to evaluate your child's nervous system. There's no pokes and there's no pain. What we want to look at is three things. Number one, we look at EMG to measure muscle tension along the spine, thermography to look at the stress of the autonomic nervous system, and heart rate variability to determine the balance and resiliency of the nervous system. And then, with gentle, focused chiropractic adjustments, we help the nervous system move out of fight or flight and into a state of calm, coordination, and healing. So if you've been searching for real answers, if you've been told to just manage your child's symptoms, and if deep down you know something's been missing, we see you, we hear you, and there's hope. Click the link in our bio to learn more about how nervous system regulation can change everything. And look to our office for our Perfect Storm workshop coming up in September. Don't miss it. You deserve answers, and your child deserves to thrive.